Wow. Hats off to the Cajuns. That was a fun battle. Somebody has to win that and somebody has to lose it, but hats off. They've had a great season, and I have a feeling they're going to continue this run through regionals and super regionals. And so just a fun game, fun atmosphere. Second, how about Bobcat Nation? Wow. Don't get much better than that. And then third, how about this team? They were fun to watch today from the get-go.
You know, Coach, we talked before the tournament. It was going to take a whole lot to win this, but also y'all's mentality of, taking it one pitch at a time. How did that, especially when in that top of the first, that mentality really helped y'all pull out this win?
Yeah, I think, again, we've been throwing punches and getting punched back and throwing punches, and we knew today was going to be one of those days. And so, if that's the case, you got to go one pitch at a time. And I think that even Mullins in about the sixth inning, she was like, okay, one pitch at a time. And I was like, exactly. Because that's when I think stress starts to hit and you start counting outs instead of just worrying about that one pitch. So I just thought we did a good job all day long of continuing to battle and work one pitch at a time.
How much momentum, Coach, did you guys get after last night? I mean, you guys been playing great the whole season, but just last night, that momentum, how much did that carry and help you guys? And the start you guys had.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100% because I wasn't real sure how we would show up. It was late. We struggled a little bit last night, but when you get that fan base to keep the momentum going, because I felt like that was half the battle today, was they drove some of this just like they did last night. So I think that helps, but again, this isn't a day you can have an excuse of I'm tired, we played 2 games yesterday. None of that, all of that's out the window, and I think that momentum definitely helped.
First off, congrats, Coach. I'll be the first one to say it, I guess, on this street. Was there ever a doubt that Jess wasn't going to go the full game today?
No.
Sara and JJ, this, Louisiana felt like a team, if you give them an inch, they're going to take a foot, and it was like keeping that foot on the gas pedal. Like, how critical was it to keep attacking and scoring those runs, even though Louisiana was, y'all had the lead for the majority of the game, but how important was it to be the aggressor?
I mean, I think you saw it when they put up 2 runs in 2 different innings, and then we were down all of a sudden. And so, it is important. And I think, hit Vic at one point, and in that moment, I was like, okay, that's the 1 inch. Like, we have to stop it now. So they do. They take what you give them and they run. And so, I think, again, just keeping our aggressive mindset and being the aggressors and not just kind of sitting back on our heels put us in a position to win that game.
Yeah, 100% going off her. Just keep being the aggressor. I think that throughout the lineup, everybody's doing a pretty good job of bearing up the balls. So just keep having confidence in ourselves that the next at-bat could be your at-bat. So just keep being the aggressor and keep putting your foot on the gas.
What did this win mean for you guys against that team and for this group of players?
It made everything. I mean, I've just been here 2 years, and I just wanted to beat them since the first game I started playing them. But it just meant a lot just because, obviously they have a huge streak going on. But, I mean, just all of us want it so bad, and you could just tell just how much we wanted it. So just taking it pitch by pitch, we just knew that we could get them. So.
Right, and I think that starts at the beginning of the season, I've said it time and time again, the adversity this group has had to go through is crazy. Like, you sit down and you look at what's happened, we shouldn't be where we are, but because of who we are, I think the 9 of us, 4 of us just graduated with a championship. So, I think you put all of that aside and you just put your head down and you go to work. It doesn't matter who you are. Like JJ said, 1 through 9, you never know who it's going to be. So just keeping confidence in everybody, and whenever you see someone getting down, picking them up and letting them know it could be you. So just keeping that mindset.
You guys played pretty clean on defense today. In that first inning, when the Cajuns were kind of kicking the ball around, do you think about that in the dugout and go like, "Hey, this is our crack. This is how we get in here"? Coach Woodard, you're nodding your head too.
Yeah, again, we talk about that all the time. If you don't make routine plays, you're probably going to get beat. And so, I think that helped give us a little bit of momentum to kickstart things. And then they took the lead and they got the momentum, and we went right back at them and got the momentum again. So, after that first inning, sometimes it's nice to be the visitors on these type of atmospheres. I'm not going to lie, because you get to go first. So, I was like that. For one time, I was glad we were the visitors. I didn't want to be in the other dugout. I'm not going to lie about that. But it was nice to be the visitors today.
First off, Sara, congratulations on graduating. What does it mean to walk the stage, and also win a conference championship all in the same weekend?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better, right? I said from the beginning 2 weeks ago, I'm not buying cap and gown because we were going to be in this spot. So, I mean, to actually say it and then for it to happen and have a team of 21, 22 girls who actually fully buy into that and have your back no matter what, like, it's just huge and it's something special, and I think that's why this team is the way we are.
And then, JJ, you had the big homer to kind of slam the door on their comeback. Just what did you see on that pitch, especially when they just brought out their starting pitcher back in?
Yeah, I knew just her coming in, she wanted to get ahead of me. The last couple of bats I had against her a couple weeks ago, she pretty much owned me. Mm-hmm. So I knew, she was going to try to get ahead of me. So I just knew from pitch one, like, I was just going to be swinging. So.
What did you guys think about that, the rotation of pitchers that Cajuns used today? So they had the starter come in, and they brought him out, then they put it back in?
It usually means you're hitting.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, anytime you get past pitcher number 1 and then pitcher number 2, and then we got to go back to pitcher number 1, and then we got to go somebody we haven't seen at all, usually means that you're in a pretty good spot.
Coach Woodard, I felt like this season, this was going to be the year that y'all were going to put it together. Y'all were hosting the tournament. What did it mean, like, especially for this senior group, to be able to host a tournament, and not only host a tournament, you beat y'all's arch rivals and bring home that conference championship into the first tournament championship since 2018. Yeah,
we talked about it in the fall. The setup doesn't get any better than this. You get to have the conference championship with a very experienced team. I couldn't be happier for our administration for doing this too, because this is a lot of work, and there's a lot of people that went into making this thing happen the way it did. So, and not everybody gets to experience this, especially on their own field. So, hats off. Our field crew was great. Our administration was great. Everybody worked their tails off to make this a great experience. So, the championship's just the icing on the cake.
Sara and JJ, I know that was a big thing. With everyone coming back from last season, just what does it mean for y'all to put this together? Even though I know y'all wanted that regular season championship, but what does it mean to get the tournament championship? A goal that's been a dream of y'all since y'all first started.
I think you said it best. It's been a dream since we started. 5 years ago, I think I got surrounded with a group who instilled that in me. And so every year we make vision boards, and I have a conference ring championship on there. And so, for that to finally come true is great. But I also think, again, just because we didn't get regular season champs, okay. That it never stood in our way. I don't think it was ever a thought. Obviously we wanted it, but just because we didn't get it, I think we used it as a reason to come get this one. So couldn't be happier with the way everyone showed out today.
Yeah, I think coming back with everybody was a huge advantage for us, just because we really didn't have to start from the bottom. Every single other team pretty much starts from the bottom, but from day one in the fall, it's like just starting over, just from the last season. All right, we knew A&M beat us. All right, how are we going to get better from that game? Because every single person was back from that game. So, there were some freshmen, but we just tagged them along. And it actually made them a lot better, too, because we had to push them in order to keep the pace with us, because we knew that we weren't going to slow down for them at all, just because we knew it's the same group. We just need to keep grinding and find a way to get to this point, in which we did.
Coaching this for the great season you guys had all year this year. Is this a way to put a bow on it and just wrap up this part of it?
Man, I was just looking at this, and I don't want to say anything bad here, but I'm pretty sure that was win number 45 for this team, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, this says 44 on it, so, and that's what they announced up there. But I was thinking this was win number 45, and if I'm correct, that's got to put them pretty close to second in the record books. I think I've only dealt with one group better than this on paper, but they didn't have to play in the Sun Belt. So to me, this right now is the best team in Texas State history.
How do you do it with all this momentum going into postseason now? You guys now for sure know you guys will be there, even though you guys were probably already in there. But just to know that for sure now, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I can't wait till 6 o'clock tomorrow night to see where this thing goes. It would be great if this would work where we're still here, sitting here again next weekend. Not gonna lie. I think Bobcat Nation showed out. I think this team showed out, and I think they've done a great job all year long of putting themselves in the spot to host a regional. And I'll just throw it out there. I think they've done a great job.
You're talking about history. Jessica, this is her 30th win. I think there's only one other pitcher with 30 wins, and that's Randy Brupp. You talked about this group versus that group. What makes this group so much not better but special, uniquely special?
they made my job really easy. I haven't had to do a whole lot. And I always tell teams, when the coaches have to do less, the team's the best. And I think people think that's crazy, but that's 100%. The little amount of drama this team has had this year has been crazy to me. When you put that many girls together, and that many females in one pool, usually end up with some drama, and that just has not been the case. Man, their goal was set from the beginning, and that's what they worked at every single day, and that's the way they went about their business.
Sarah, you won Most Outstanding Player of the tournament. Just what does it mean to cap this off, in addition to the title and graduating, to cap off this tournament with another trophy on the shelf?
It's not without them. It's not without them. It's not without the team. It's not without the highs and lows of the last 5 years. I think that was everything. And so just being here and being able to get that with this group, it just means everything.
Coach Woodard, Thursday night, the storm hit, field's torn up, but the field crew worked all night to make this field look like nothing had ever happened. What do you say about the people behind the scenes that were able to put this tournament on, especially when they get hit with the worst case scenario and be able to go without a hitch? Yeah,
I thought I already covered that. I was like, the field crew's done great. The administration did great. Again, this takes a lot of work. So, hats off to all of them for making this thing as well as it went this weekend with all of the other adversity.
For the players just going into the NCAA tournament now, how much momentum do you guys carry into that, and how far can this team go?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of momentum. I think if we just keep doing what we're doing and keep putting our heads down and just, going back to work on Monday.
Probably.
Monday. So going back to work on Monday, just like I said, keep doing what we're doing. There's going to be a lot of momentum that helps take this into wherever we're going to go. But, as long as we're just, staying who we are and just keep being true to ourselves, we'll be good.
Yeah, I think she said it. Put your head down, go back to work. Don't settle, and I think that's what we've been really good at, is not settling for anything. And so continuing to show up day in and day out and get after it. And then, like I said today, no moment's too big, no moment's too small. It's just a moment. So just run with that and see where it gets us.